All right, let's post this on Twitter real quick. Okay, hello everyone. So, porn tales. So I'm going to tell you about one of the worst shoots I've ever been to. Okay, it was for Bang Bros, and I shot for them several times. So they asked me to go to a hotel and wait for them. So they got me a hotel room for the day. So I go to the hotel room there. I'm hungover. First of all, I'm hungover, which is a mistake. And I can't get food. I can't order food. I can't order room service. So I'm sitting there and I'm like calling them. Texting didn't exist back then, nor did Uber Eats or anything like that. And they're like, no, don't eat. We want to take you out to dinner. We want to take you out to lunch. So I'm waiting and I get there at 10 a.m. and I'm waiting. And, sporadically they would call me and it's like, oh, we're on our way, and then not show up. So it's like 2 p.m. I'm starving by now. They're like, we're on our way and we're going to take you to eat. And they never show up. And then it's 4 o'clock. Still no Bang Bros. It's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Finally, they showed up about 8 o'clock. And they're like, what do you have to worry about? You're getting paid for the day, which is $1,000. And I'm like, yeah, I could have stayed at home and just showed up to set whenever you needed me. It was very frustrating. So they took me out to eat, which I got drunk. The owner was there. So we finally get to the location for the shoot. It's a baby shower going on. So we have 30 women all giving me the evil eye. So who does a porn shoot at a baby shower? Which is crazy, right? So there was supposed to be a fight between these guys, and whoever won was supposed to get to have sex with me. So we get to the house. I'm waiting. I'm there waiting with all these women giving me dirty looks. I'm sitting there. It's very awkward. It's a very uncomfortable situation. Okay. I guess the wife or the baby's mom or whatever's belonged to one of the crew. So we're sitting there and we're waiting. I'm waiting. All these women are giving me dirty looks and stuff. And finally, like, we're supposed to wait for these guys to fight, but the winner, the guy who's supposedly supposed to win, isn't there. So we're waiting on him. The story is he got so nervous that he drove to Orlando to get some Xanax and then came back. So when we finally got to filming about midnight, which is crazy because I've been there since 10 a.m., the guy couldn't get it up. First of all, it was itty bitty. And he couldn't get it up because he was so nervous. He had never filmed porn before. Like, it's crazy, right? So I'm pissed. I'm looking at the director. I'm bitching him out. And he was an asshole all day long. I think his name was Bryce. He was an asshole. And I was just like livid. And so that's a video they'll never be able to use. I came out and I bitched out the owner of Bang Bros. And they decided they were never going to hire me again. I decided I was never going to work for them again because that was the most, ridiculous, uncomfortable, frustrating shoot I've ever been to in my entire life. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. I still got paid my $1,000 and they paid in cash, but I decided to never film for them again. So a couple months later, they call me up and they're like, oh, would you please come shoot? I'm like, no. And they're like, we'll send you a limo. I'm like, no. So they ended up paying me $2,000 for a blowjob scene to get me back. And it's also one of the other owners could ask me out. So that is one of my tales. And there's some of you I see messaging me here and being completely inappropriate that I'm going to have to block because you're stupid. So Y'all don't know how to behave in a different sector. So I don't know why any of y'all can't behave. Y'all act like this is one of my campsites, where it would be appropriate. You still may get blocked there, but y'all get on here and act inappropriate. It doesn't work for me. Do you understand that? Now, does anybody have any questions? Well, thank you, Latin Dragon. Anyway, that shows you the glamorous life in porn. What a shoot can be like, how frustrating it could be. What's my best experience for a shoot? When I went to California and I worked. Instead of taking 10, 12 hours or longer for a shoot, they bang them out in like 4 hours. So you're not doing you do like 300 pics instead of 1,000 pics, which can take such a long time. And you're just completely exhausted afterwards because most of the time you're working in 100-degree heat, 100% humidity here in Miami. Whereas in California, they really are like you get there, everything runs like clockwork, and you're in and out in about 4 hours, maybe 6. So have ever done scenes or VIP workout outside the U.S.? No, I've never filmed outside the U.S. I don't have a passport. So I've had a lot of great experiences with shoots. I've had a lot of the experience I have that make it great for me is all the laughter off camera and all the jokes that go on. So and like what you see in my experience of it could be completely two different things. My favorite cuisine, I like a lot of different food. I can't pick just one winter, to tell you the truth. The ones where I get paid very well. I have shot in Vegas for Christian XXX was the director, and I shot for Naughty America. I shot for another company out there. I can't remember the name of them, and I got paid really well. The guy was like telling me like, "I'm paying you more than everybody else," but don't tell everyone. Which is probably something he told everybody. It's probably a line he used. What DVDs is? I have no clue. I don't get paid royalties or residuals, so I don't know, and I don't give a flying fuck. If I'm not getting paid directly for it, I don't give a shit. Let's keep everything above the age of 18. Big Naturals was my first hardcore scene, and it went viral. So it went viral. I shot for Porn Pros in California, not LA, and not Vegas. Hi, hello. Any bikini try on? Oh, Jeff, this is the wrong channel for such things like that. You have to take me private on one of the campsites I worked on and pay for such endeavors. I don't have a favorite movie. My dogs are asleep. They are knocked out. Jay, they are knocked out. And plus, whenever the lights and the cameras go on, they go straight to bed and take a nap because they're like, okay, it's mommy's work time. So they know what to do. I guess that's what pays. Dad Ueda. I can't say that name. Is my hair natural? Well, yeah, this is all mine. It's not a wig tonight. So, is it naturally blonde? Yes, with the help of L'Oreal. I cannot mention any really good links like that. So you're just going to have to do your own research. You can go to my Twitter, Sam38G, and all my links are there. So, Ali, once again, y'all are asking me for stuff I cannot show you. This is YouTube. We have to keep it PG-ish here. Keep that in mind. I've directed almost every movie I've starred in, Michael, especially for my own site. A lot of those for a company I used to work for. And generally when I'm on set, even for bigger companies, I have more experience than everybody else on the set. And they're looking at me for answers. How do we solve this? So I do a lot of my own directing and of movies I've starred in, even for major companies. Like for Vivid, I made several suggestions on the scenes in that one. And for Girlfriend Friends, I've had the director go, I don't know what to do. So it was the same director. So yeah, I've directed a lot of my own stuff. You like how I'm real and down to earth Latin dragon? Not everybody does. I have some guys who've been recently writing me going, I want to know the real you. When I show them the real me, they're like, you're a bitch, and block me. Sure, Jeff, just Google my name. It's not that hard to find my stuff. Or add a .com to my name. It really is pretty simple to find all my newest, latest stuff. Or follow me on Twitter, where I will tweet it. My Twitter is @Sam38G. Not that fucking hard to find. Trust me. I try to make it easy for y'all to find. Oh, I cuss a lot. Nature of the job, right? Oops. I like this song, but can't play it on YouTube. They were trying to chat me up and get my time and energy for free, so I thought they were being jerks. And so I was purposely a jerk to them. I told them exactly what I thought of them. So I was being real. They just didn't like the real me. You know, sometimes you got to pay me to be nice to you. Sometimes you got to pay me even a lot more money to be mean to you. You get up, Angel. Do I have any other jobs? You mean this one isn't enough between camming and filming and editing and marketing and shooting videos? I mean, those 5 just aren't enough? I have a lot of hobbies. I like to cook. I have a few cooking videos on here. Or I have one cooking video on here that has got a lot of views. I do, Quincy. I hope you paid for it all and that I directly benefited from it. Do I have anybody I prefer over anyone else? No. You make the best out of your day. Well, thank you, Jay. I would say put a lot of work into it, but I really don't. I don't have a WhatsApp. Why would I need a WhatsApp? How does one get paid on WhatsApp to talk to people who just say the same thing I hear every day, everywhere else? How would it benefit me? I don't get violent with people. I have people who get violent with people who try to upset me. Try stalking me with 2 broken legs. I don't do violence. That's a weird question to ask, Josh. And generally when I get into a fight, I don't get into fights, but I've been in a few bar fights. Generally, like the biggest, baddest former Marine usually comes up and like, whose ass do you want beat, Missy? That's how I do fights. Oh, Angel's now calling me names because I didn't say what he wanted me to do. Oh, Angel. Bye-bye. Oh, yes, I was born a goddess. I have no idea, Blade, who was the first female I ever did a video with, to tell you the truth. Oh, my God, that you're going to have to make me think. Oh, my God, I can't. Shoot, it's been so long. I'm trying to think. It's so long ago. I really can't remember. I mean, it was pretty epic when I filmed with Maria Moore, but that went global. Norman, why should I stand up? What's in it for me? No, man. Not gonna happen. No, Maria wouldn't have been the first. I worked with several other ladies. She was like the first one I really had to work for to get. She had a lovely Yahoo group of people she was ignoring that I used to go spam. And so she started posting in there. And then I dared her to, she didn't like me. She did not like me. And so and she turned down working with me. So I went into her Yahoo group and I dared her. I was like, who's got bigger boobs, me or Maria Moore? And then that went viral all across all these blogs and forums. And then we shot together and she got my sense of humor. And we've been best buddies ever since, bosom buddies. I'm very much like your sweetheart, but I'm pretty much not so sweet. Do BBWs get along? Well, it depends on the people, doesn't it? Everybody's allowed to be their own person. I don't get along with everybody. There's a lot of them that hate me, and there's a lot of them that love me. As long as they just know my name, what do I give a fuck? Okay, for the ones who hate me, and there's some that really do, and I've never done anything to or even spoken to, I wish I had done something, so then I at least deserve it. And that would be my only regret. No, I don't regret anything. You can't regret it because that's all in hindsight. You remember that, Amin? Jay Hearn, you're going down memory lane that I don't think I've ever been picked up in a van, so you're crazy there. And let's not go over past scene scenarios. I mean, like, once I filmed it, I pretty much have moved on from it, to tell you the truth. It's like reliving history. I mean, it was a payday. So, I don't speak Spanish. Yeah. Michael, I don't have favorites. There's so many. I mean, obviously, I like my own cooking. It is midnight 30. It's 12:30 a.m. I guess that would be called a.m. It's midnight, late at night. No, 11:30. 11:30. Sorry, my time on my computer is wrong. It's 11:30 p.m. Hey, Carrie. So, Carrie's a BBW. She gets along with me. Do I work any clubs? No. Oh, they had asked if I get along with other BBWs. I was a stripper for 12 years. I have spent enough time in the clubs. I'm good, boo. I'm good. And I told them, yeah, sometimes I get along with, sometimes I don't. And the ones who don't like me, I wish I'd actually done something to piss them off. Excuse me. Thank you. That hurt. It hurt my nose. Oh. Thank you guys. Oh, such ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, that really freaking hurt. I sneezed too hard. Oh. Thank you, Blade. Oh my God. Who sneezes like that? No, I don't do cannabis. I need no help in eating or sleeping. I can do those two things all on my own. The reason I'm up so late is because I woke up at 6 a.m., did as much as I could, fell asleep by 8 a.m., didn't wake up till noon. I have no problem sleeping or eating. Gesundheit. Oh, thank you, Michael. Danke. Thank you, Jacob. Y'all want to hear another Bang Bros story? I can tell you. I have Bang Bros stories. It'll be Bang Bros story night. Okay, so I worked for them several years. Anyway, they flew me to Miami to shoot for them. I was living in Texas at the time. So they flew me in, and I was like, okay, I will stay at your Motel 6 because it doesn't have room service. So they got me a different hotel. So when they picked me up in the van, and they had me and several other ladies in there, they dropped all the girls off at Motel 6, and the girls were like, why aren't you getting out here? And I'm like, because I made them book me a better hotel. And they're like, what? I need to call my agent. I mean, one of the poor girls woke up to go to the bathroom and found a big old cockroach in the bathtub. Oh my God. So, woo. I was like, yeah, y'all aren't putting me there. So I demanded a better hotel room and got it. So I get there at 8 a.m. They do hair and makeup, and they served me breakfast. They ordered me whatever I want. The other girls just kind of went hungry. And so they finished at 10. Well, they got my hair and makeup done, and we finished about 10. They take me to the makeup wardrobe room. As so many guys keep on coming into the wardrobe that the girls got pissed, so they called the head of the what do you call it? Company, production company, and he comes in there and he stands guard at the door, and every guy who came by the door, he's like, he was standing there. He's a big guy too, right? He's standing there going, no, you ain't got nothing to see in here. I know what you're doing. Get back to work. So their boss is standing there at the door like, no, because everybody was coming in to look at my tits. So, I mean, and years later, like Preston Parker's like, oh, I went in there, and I tried to see you, and I wanted to ask you out, but head of production wouldn't let me. So I don't know who that is. Duetta. I have no idea. So anyway, he had to play bodyguard. Olivia had to play my bodyguard that day. And then this is the weirdest thing. Then they go and it's like rush, get you ready. And then they go send you in this office or this room with a couch, but you're not allowed to put your feet on the couch and take a nap. So you're sitting in there twirling your fucking goddamn thumbs with nothing to do until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon while they get their shit together. So instead of getting the stuff together for the shoot while you're getting ready, they go into production, and then they give instructions to everybody on what you're shooting. And then, like, you're not even on your way to a location to do a shoot till 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So by then, I mean, you only have so much energy for shooting that day. So it's really frustrating. Oh, no, I've never shot for that company. I didn't like the owner for many years ago. So by the time you get to set, now you're hungry. Now you have to work, and you have to do 1,000 pictures, and then you have to do your pretty girl pics, which are solo pics. Then you do your hardcore pics, and then you finally get to filming about 6, 7 o'clock at night, and you're starving. And they're like, no, we can't stop. But they're rushing you because they got to get finished, and you don't get to eat. Meanwhile, they've eaten, but you haven't had any lunch. So no. They tried to improve it the next time I shot there. They're like, do we do better? And I'm like, oh. But I mean, as much as you think I'm bitching and complaining, every director who worked with me loves me, because once I'm on set, it's get it done and be professional. Because when you're on camera, you emote a lot of energy in order for the video and the film to be good. And when my stomach's on empty, and my energy level is going to dip low, and I'm one of those people who get angry when I'm hungry. So, yeah. Now, some girls prefer not to eat. I'm on a girl. I need food in order for me to have energy. So when friends of mine from LA flew out and they were going to work for Bang, I'm like, hey, take a lunch and take a book. No, I'm not 28 years old. I'm 50. And then Blade Wire is going to get on to me. He's like, oh, there you go with the 50 thing. Yes, Big Louie, I'm live. Duet, I know who you're talking about, and I just have had problems with the person who ran that site. I'd say they were a good person or a bad person. They just weren't the kind of person I wanted to work with. He basically used the site to get laid, and I know that makes perfectly good sense to a lot of you, but I find that unprofessional, and I just didn't want to fuck him. Because you shouldn't have to have sex in order to get a job, even though most of you think, well, why the hell is everybody in porn? Well, a girl like me who's never had to do porn in order to get laid. Did everything freeze? It seems to have stopped. Hello, can someone type something? No? Okay. Are you that guy, Duetta? Are you the guy who owes Divine Breast? Yes, Jacob. No woman's going to claim to be 50 and not be 50. You have? Well, you don't need to ask me questions. You already know all about it. Seablade, this is the first time I mentioned my age all night. Settling down for what? What does that mean? Who's Pam? Oh, you did a typo there. That's what you get with typing with your something other than your fingers. I'm happy. Settling down for what? What are y'all talking about? Oh, thank you, Jose. John. Oh. I don't like either, Michael. You have a bunch of perverts who had sex with underage girls in the Rolling Stones, and the Beatles just never really floated my boat. I mean, they did for a couple of years in college, but I'm from Texas. Have I ever been in the shooting? Oh yeah, Jacob. When you do features, like I did my big plump wedding for Score Group, those were 18-hour days. Those were, I was getting on the set at 6 a.m. in the morning, 7 a.m. And I was there before the crew. Like they had to unlock the doors to let me in. But they said, you be here at 7. I'm there at 6:45. And we were not finishing up till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Until I get tired of it. Until y'all stop spending money on me. I get to make money shaking my boobs. The best job ever. So Jacob, yeah, when you do shoot features, those are very time consuming and very long hours. I have to say Rose was very entertaining and kept me laughing throughout everything. Rose Valentina kept me laughing throughout the whole filming of that. I'm not going to call you personally and talk to you. I don't know who Lotus August is. I am on verified call, and you can call me and pay me to talk to you. Have I ever met her? No. Listen, I don't do a list of people I should or shouldn't meet. I just don't give a flying fuck. I'm happy with just being me and minding my own fucking goddamn business. So I don't have a list of people I should film with. I don't have a list of people I should meet. I am happy just being me. And all that is here. I couldn't tell you, Michael. I don't know. It's hot and muggy. It's not too bad. Actually, it's not been like too hot of a summer here in Miami. The rain every day. See, Linwood went and posted something that we cannot show here. I guess he wants to be blocked because he's stupid and wants to take it to a PG thing. You got to be PG on here. You're putting time out. Say that stuff for when I'm on Streamer or Chatterbait. I never go to the pool, Jay. I have allergies. Those 2 sneezes really hurt. I'm going to take my allergy meds after this. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my 2 Bang Bros stories. Shows you a little bit of what it's like on sets. Thank you, everyone. Mwah, mwah, mwah.